In fact, if we talk about SLA,
a friend of mine that works in a power distribution company as a CSO states that the service level agreement of their vendor is to release a patch once a year. Think about it from a security point of view. Is a real nightmare. Is completely inadequate to the importance of the infrastructure that is managed inside this network.
Pen testing. As the ones who knows me knows that I started to act back in '86, and I started to professional pen testing, so my new hat, back in '96, '97. So it makes many years I'm into pen testing. When you pen test a SCADA environment, all the bad things of the world can happen to you. All the bad things of the world. This means that you can't just run your favorite tools because you don't know how the machine is going to react. You may lead to service disruption, and the worst thing we are going to explain you in a while is that, let's say when you do a standard IT pen testing, 8 customers out of 10 may be able to provide you a test plan, so you are not into production environment. In SCADA, this may happen 0.5 or 1 out of 10. All the rest, all the others 9, are in a real-life production environment. So if you do a mistake, you are causing some damage for sure. The market, as Mayhem told us at the beginning, is trying to supply some tools. But again, you just can't pick up your tools and hit enter. Doesn't work in that way. Although it's so important every time, let's say every month, every week, depending on the importance on the SCADA environment, security testing is mandatory because you have to know what would happen if, and if you are secure or not. A simple example from the NIST. Somebody performed a ping sweep. A ping sweep, I mean, is one of the most soft things I could think about. They were in a SCADA network that was controlling 9-foot robotic arms. The one arm was in standby mode, but it started to do in this way. It was a robo iron arm. Imagine what happened if some human operator was there. Cut it. So, of course, there is an extreme example, but it's true. And this also can happen. That's why we will explain to you, but that's why we decided to set up our research group trying to exchange experiences, deep experiences, and real-life experiences about SCADA pen testing.
For all this reason, you are not able to deploy security measures inside the SCADA network. So you have to protect and isolate that network, put it into a VLAN or in a DMZ, and you cannot use an antivirus, so try to content filter all traffic entering and exiting from the network, and also filtering traffic. So network with a firewall, yeah, we are secure because we have the firewall, and the rule was permit any, because it was simple to manage.
That's the old tale of IT security.
Yeah, and also IDS and so on is so important to protect this network and keep it safe from the rest of the network infrastructure. Some problems come from...
Let's talk about the vendors. Our friends.
We have a little interview.
Allora, molto spesso troviamo delle forti resistenze da parte dei clienti. Trovano che attrezzarsi per garantire la sicurezza dell'infrastruttura sia una complicanza eccessiva. Allora, se poi si rende necessario anche un adeguamento della topologia di tutta la rete, i requisiti sembrano davvero problemi insormontabili.
So, vendors are mainly saying it's a customer fault because they are not protecting themselves. Often it's true, if you work in the security market, you know how difficult it is often to have funds to deploy a new project or to protect some infrastructure. But also vendors have some problem by design inside the infrastructure they deploy and they sell, both for technical reason, both for historical reason. All traffic on SCADA network is in clear text because it was completely disconnected and so it wasn't needed encryption. And deploying encryption now would mean to slow performances and in some environments could be unacceptable. Also think about some machine that contain a hard disk with the AutoCAD draw about the project that the machine is building or the PCs it's working on, maybe sensitive data or very high economical value data that are stored then on our disk in clear text without any problem. So anyone can copy the file. And there is also no authentication. Sounds very strange, but think, oh, the power plant is exploding. Do you remember the password to unlock the computer? So you cannot use strong authentication, but so you have to provide strong physical security to be sure only authorized personnel will arrive in front of the management station. And also keeping log or accounting is often slowing performance. So it's not used.
So let's say the vendors also aren't angels, even in this case. Then what else we have? Ah, that's funny. We decided to bring to you a short video.
Available on internet.
The video you're about to see is called the Modbus attack video. And it shows how an attacker with no knowledge of PLCs or SCADA systems or DCS or any other industrial systems could launch a devastating attack against an unprotected PLC. Please understand that this information is extremely sensitive and could be dangerous in the wrong hands. Be discerning when sharing this information with others.
Confidential on internet.
Here's the equipment we'll be using for today's demo. It's a very simple demo, simply a laptop, this will be the hacker's laptop, and a PLC running a program that has a light bulb on it. Nothing fancier than that, but then this isn't a complex demo. The laptop is going to get into the network through some sort of back door. Now it could be right through the firewall off the internet, but more likely an attacker is going to get in through a dial-up line or maybe a trusted third party, but in this case through a wireless connection, and perhaps our hacker is sitting in the parking lot now scanning inside a process control network. And that's exactly what the hacker would do to start with. He would scan to see what is contained inside the network he just broke into. The first thing we need is a scanner program. Most hackers would probably use a program called Nmap, but today I'm going to use a program called SuperScan because it runs on Windows and is clearer to see the video. Here's my SuperScan program. I'm going to start off by entering a range of numbers here that are IP addresses inside the network I want to scan, and then hitting the Start button here. And you can see here the computer is being scanned by the program, and the program is attempting to discover what applications are running on it. It's now completed, and we can now look by scrolling down. There are a number of programs available,